Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Shed of Dread. It is I, the Gobstat. Right then, let's get to it. Doctor Who time. Now, I've made my stance quite clear and I'll do it again on this video before we go any further. I'm not interested in the 60th anniversary. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with Doctor Who. And there is many reasons. And this next article will be showing you one of the major reasons why I've had it with it. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching it. I'm not watching it. As painful as it is, remembering that I've done a series that is down on my playlists, Why We Love Doctor Who, where I've spoken with John the White and many other people, where we've discussed every single episode of Doctor Who, right from the beginning, right up to the end of the Peter Capaldi era. Yeah? So my love of the show is immense, but no longer. It's done. When Peter Capaldi said Doctor Who released that was the end of it for me. And this is another article which is going to back up the exact reason why I have no intention of watching it again. Sophie Aldred, RTD will bring Doctor Who to a whole new fan base. My son, who's gay and a drag queen, came running down the stairs and said, "Mummy, I'm going to start watching Doctor Who now." And that's why no one fucking else is. There you go. That's the reason why. Bullshit. You're pandering you're pandering to some group of people who are not going to watch. But let's carry on in any case. Like any other Doctor Who fan, ace actress Sophie Aldred's got some major theories in mind for the 60th anniversary specials. Personally, I couldn't give a shit anymore. I think that Jodie Whittaker's regeneration, I think it was unstable. So I think the Doctor's going to kind of come in and out, then shooting out one. What a great choice for a Doctor. Yeah, if it suits the agenda that you've been talking about quite clearly, because, it's all about being gay. And trans, moreover, and everything else. She points out to RadioTimes.com, is clearly excited about the prospects, as are the rest of us. No, speak for your fucking self. Honestly, you're speaking for yourself. Explain that she and her husband binge-watch Sex Education. I don't care. She adds, he's going to be such a brilliant Doctor. Oh, I don't think he is. He's got everything. He's just amazing. And also, when it was announced he was going to be the new Doctor, my son, who's gay, and a drag queen came running downstairs and go, "Mom, I'm going to start watching Doctor Who now." Because he's not watched it. He's not been that fussed. But as soon as it panders to his fucking agenda, way, I'm going to watch it again. And no one else will. It's going to fall. I just think it's brilliant. These amazing casting choices by Russell T Davies is in the making. Now, I've been told by a source, and with all my sources, they'll remain nameless. No one knows who they are. No one will ever know who they are. Don't ask me, because I ain't going to tell you. But I've been told that the casting that went out was for LGBTQ plus only. And then when that didn't quite fill up, LGBT. And it didn't matter whether or not you've been in TV much. So I think there's going to be a whole new generation, a whole new fan base for Doctor Who. Yeah, the tiny one, that'll mean the show will collapse because no one else is going to watch it. As soon as people, which they haven't realised yet with the old 60th anniversary bait and switch. Oh, look, remember, berries, remember this? Look how good this was. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah. Oh, by the way, look at the Welcome to the Gay Show. So thrilled how it's going to go. Straight down the toilet pan. There won't be another series after this. And Bonnie Langford, of course, yay, I've been texting saying, I'm so jealous. Yeah, whatever. And then I saw a picture on this Vespa, which I never got to ride. I thought, hang on a minute, that's just not fair. It's very exciting, she sums up. I think it's going to blow our ideas of what's possible with Doctor Who out the water. No, it's not. It's going to turn it into the LGBTQ plus show that everybody will just stop watching. I mean, let's face it, Russell's got a pretty good track record of that, hasn't he? Yes, he did back in 2005, before he went to America, before he got converted and overexcelled. The man is an idiot. The man is nasty. The man is horrible. And he's only going to push his agenda. Pure and simple. He certainly does, but Sophie, with her iconic companion, Ace. It's no exaggeration. Ace changed the game for companions following years of slightly questionable representation of the Time Lords. Female companions, or assistants, teenage Ace burst onto the screen in 1987, clad in cool leather jacket and taking absolutely none of the Doctor's nonsense. Yeah, what? Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, so, power to the women. Fucking shite. There wasn't a part like that on the TV at the time. Yeah, there was. There wasn't female representation in a popular show. I think you'll find there probably was, but of course, Only yours matters. So many people have been inspired by character of Ace, not to least I think modern companions. Not really, because Yaz was a plank. When you look back, there was no Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Young women just used to have small parts or be girlfriends. No, not really. There were other TV shows where they weren't. It was a very, very unusual thing. It really, really wasn't. I think we have script actor Andrew Cartmel to thank for changing that, and the writers, obviously new writers he was using, because he come from the comic book culture where women were represented weirdly in a more realistic way. No, they weren't. It's a comic book. In a kind of funny way, maybe not visually, but sort of temperamental and emotional. Yeah, because that's what we need. So I think I was so privileged to have played that part. You never think it now, in the age of self-tapes and people just auditioning, I've never heard of a similar story. So I was in the back row of the chorus of Fiddler in the Roof in Manchester with Champ Topol. Oh, yeah. Great, yeah. Fiddler Topol was brilliant. Who obviously originated the role, exactly, and having a great time. And my agent put me up for 3 episodes of Doctor Who. I'd never done any TV before. I'd never been in a TV studio. Yeah, it showed. They wanted someone who could look younger than they really were, who could ride a motorbike, and I just happened to be able to ride a motorbike. I went down to London begrudgingly the train fare because I was an equity on minimum back. Wow. Yeah, Crimea River. Yeah. I had to have a peak ticket to get back in time to the show in the evening. Oh dear, what a shame. Met the director, read the script, did a bit from Daisy pulls it off, had a chat with the director, got back on the train thinking, yeah, that was a waste of money, and then didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. Aldred went back to London to meet producer John Nathan Turner, and for 10 minutes, still thinking nothing of it, other than forking out for another price, literally bitch moaning about having to pay money to go on a train. When her agent left her notes at the theatre urging her to call it became clear she not only got the job, but she was there as the new companion. Didn't moan about the fucking thing's end. It's the most exciting thing. I never had a screen test. Shows. I mean, I'd never been in front of a camera. Okay. As I said, so for the first time, I did the first day of filming on Dragonfire, and then at the end of the day, John Nathan Turner came down from the galleries, lit up another cigarette and said, well, darling, we're on it if you're on. I took that mean as yes, I passed the screen test and got the part as a companion. Aldred starred alongside Sylvester McCoy's 7th Doctor, one of the most underrated Doctors in my humble opinion, taken over from Bonnie Langford's Mel, so that was the end of the screaming. The pair had incredible adventures, including Aldred's favourite story, The Curse of Fenric, and despite what people think, Doctor Who was still proving to be successful before its cancellation in 1989, but the BBC had fallen out with love with it. Well, that's absolutely true. That's exactly what happened. Michael Grade hated it and just kept cutting the budget until there was no option but to go. We were meant to do another season after the one we finished, and everybody agrees with that because the way that last episode ended made it quite obvious it was coming. And there are a few ideas for her, she calls. I think one of them I liked the best was she was going to go off to Gallifrey and train to become a Time Lord. Bollocks. Absolute fucking shite. I mean, that would be put the wind up the Time Lords. Yeah, because you can't train to be a Time Lord. Knobhead. And that was covered in the Big Eventual. It was great, yeah. There were so many timelines for Ace, but it's great. Sorry, mate's getting dry. It's great because of all the writers have taken their own idea of Ace. I even wrote a book with Mike Tucker and Stephen Cole, which I explain how many timelines she got into that. But I'd like to think that she's always somewhere around in the timeline somewhere with the Doctor. Well, yeah, of course, Aldred did revise her act as Ace on screen in last year's Power of the Doctor. To be fair, Tegan and Ace's bits with their doctors were the only decent bit of that sack of steaming shit. Jodie Whittaker's final episode, reuniting McCoy's Doctor, was seen described as emotional. It was a powerful one, and I got to admit that was really good. Extremely important because the last thing that anyone had ever seen from us was that we walked off into some bushes, which is true. I mean, it was actually in a quarry in Dorset, and the beautiful speech that Sylvester gives, it was actually a voiceover that was added on later on, and written by script actor and Andrew to sort of cover the fact that it was going to be the last time that you saw Doctor Who for a while. So to come back and have the opportunity to have a scene that we never had was just emotional. It was a great scene. I'm not going to lie. It's a good scene. It really was. I think it was. And it was, I think, something that the fans had always wanted. I have to agree. It was a very emotional moment, and I think the crew were quite emotional as well about it. I read the lines for Sylvester when he did his bit on a green screen, so we were actually physically there together. Excellent. There were a lot of people around the monitor and in the studio that day as well who'd come to see that. I could imagine if you could get the opportunity, it would have been awesome. And it was pretty emotional just standing there seeing Sylvester in that costume again after all these years. I mean, we've done it at conventions and things, but actually being filmed to do that scene together, I imagine it would. And it would bring many, many, many memories back. He said for him, it was like those years had just rolled away and we were back again. Yep. And the only thing I think we both did was, what a shame we're not about to start a new series again. But for now, it's time to welcome back Doctor Who companion David Tennant and yeah, great. Member berries. For saying hello to the new duo of Shooty Gatman and Millie Gibson, not interested. So from one companion to does Aldred have any advice for Gibson? In perhaps the most ace-appropriate adage of all time, she says, just make the most of every single moment. Oh, and pick up some props and stuff as well. Nick stuff from the set, because it may come in later for your pension. Well, there you go. So, the reason Doctor Who's going to be awesome is because it's going to be gay. That's it. That's the simple thing. That's the simple truth. That's why it's going to be great. Awesome. Well, there you go. As I said, I'm not going to watch the 60th. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in watching the new Doctor for those reasons and many other reasons. But that's not me saying you shouldn't, because you do what you do. You do you. That's fine. And if you watch it and it's great and you enjoy it and you have some fun and you love it and that's awesome. As I said with the Jodie Whittaker era, if you like that era, you enjoyed that era, you think that era was awesome, great, that's fine, that's great. I didn't and I don't want to. And with the new era, I'm not interested. I had 5 years of shit with Jodie Whittaker era, even though I spent a lot of time going, look, if you enjoyed it, that's good, but I didn't. Yeah, but that wasn't enough for the death and the hate and all that sort of shit that was thrown my way. And many others who, but I genuinely, as I do with everything, you watch what you want to watch. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm not telling whether to watch it or not to watch it. I'm telling you what I'm reading, how I feel about it, and that's it. Everything's up to you. And if you can't deal with that, go cry in a corner, because basically I couldn't give a shit. Okay? This is my opinion, how I feel about something, and it's not me telling anyone to do anything. So as I said, if you've got issues with it, just jog on. I can't be arsed with you. Okay? Social media links are down below. And before you go, don't forget, if you'd like this and many other things I do on my channel, to hit the subscribe button and ding that bell. And all you need to do now is just get out of my shed.